Good morning. What's going on today? Yeah, how you doing? How you doing, friend? Hey, good morning, Kevin. Good morning, friend. Good morning. Running a couple minutes behind this morning, and that's pretty unusual for us. We had a little bit of a snafu this morning, but we're back at it, and we're ready to hit it, and we'll hit the ground running. Any snow up your way? Yes, sir. We got a little bit of snow, and we have a little bit of ice, so the latches on the deck for the doggies they're froze this morning. So that's a new thing. Those are newly installed doors, so we'll have to pay careful attention to how we proceed with that. But yeah, exciting times for sure. How about yourself? We've got wintry weather for sure. It's a little chill. So we're starting with some, just an easy start this morning. You know, here's the A. And what I like to do is I like to basically just typically start with the tuning, a note that from which we can tune our guitars together. For some reason, when I think about the open A string, I always think, I think about the A chord and then the G chord and then the D chord and then back to the A chord again. Think about these little things, you know. And I hope you record your practice times. I hope you just sort of make note of these ideas, because these ideas, you know, that could be a song that we just develop, you know what I mean? It's one of those things that just, it happens and it comes and it goes. And we might never do a thing with it. And you know what, I talked to a songwriting friend of mine. This was when I was like 15 years old. And I said, Roger, so what do you have? I'd have these dream cycles, and I'd have these beautiful arrangements in a dream, and then I'd wake up and I'd think, man, I've got to write that down. And so he said, well, do you write them down? And I said, well, no, I don't. I just always wake up and I think I'll remember them. And then I go back to sleep, and then I wake up in the morning, and then I never remember it. And it's gone forever. And he said, well, you know, it's a good idea to get into the practice of writing down and journaling everything that you do, Because whether you realize it or not, all of these things that you're writing through a period of time, they might all be sort of related somehow and might all fit onto an album. Whether you realize it or not, you just keep writing and keep recording and keep producing those ideas. And one day they'll just turn into a whole album. And then, and he said, you know, if you don't do it, you're only cheating yourself. So I always thought, you look at all these years, I still remember that little simple piece of advice, you know. The music comes to us for a reason, and we might want to take full custody of that, right? For whatever reason. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. All right, let's go ahead. We've got the metronome working. The metronome is ripping at 60 beats per minute. So we've got some new faces here, it looks like. Good morning. I'm Jason. I'll be your host for today, should you choose to accept your mission. And I see Kevin's here, and we've been talking a little bit about light snow, and Mr. Smith is on board here this morning. Good morning. Nothing late, right? 23 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Druidus fan, you should listen to music. They are a band. Okay, love that. Thank you for the thank you for the referral, the recommendation. Can you play Swimming by Flawed Mangoes? Is that a good song? I haven't heard it. You know, I should probably have heard that song by now, but I haven't yet. Let's, hi sir, I want to be your student, sir. Kindly help me, sir. Calvi Mayam. Good morning, Calvi, Mr. Mayam. Hi. How can we help? How can we help? Have you been here before? Are you new to this? Well, let's start with the old fingers 2 and 3. We'll go through fingers 2 and 3. 2-finger permutations. And then 3-finger permutations. And then 4-finger permutations. And then we'll get back to working toward the end of this session. Maybe we'll start working, we'll continue on starting with scales, we'll continue on, maybe come back to that triadic. We talked about triads yesterday, and maybe we'll start talking about the application of triads and using those inversions that we discovered yesterday in new and musical ways. So we'll have that to look forward to at the last 10 or 15 minutes of this session. So stick around. This is about to get fun. Morning standard. Oh, I see standard. Standard fin. Hello from Europe. Great to have you here from Europe. What a great place to be coming in from. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Standard. Standard Life is, you know, a big sponsor of the European football fans, the European football teams. So you see that a lot as you sort of get moving through European countries. When you go through the football games, usually there's a, you know, standard, you see standard sticks out on the jerseys quite a bit. So thanks for being here. So is this your first time here? And if you don't mind me getting nosy, just curious, are you a guitar player or a guitar practitioner or a guitar enthusiast in some way? Because this is, I'll give you the answer why I'm asking. This is the morning ritual for guitar growth. This is actually my honest to goodness, a song that's currently stuck in your head. Let's go ahead. Fire away. Yeah, we do. Go ahead, fire away. This is something that we want to talk about. Let me push this up a little bit more so that we don't run into the problem of getting it in the way of the hands. All right, and we're back. We're off and running finally. It's 1:15 and we're running a little bit behind today. Sorry, we did start a few minutes behind, which is totally unusual for us, but we had to prep for we have a 9 a.m., a very exciting 9 a.m. meeting this morning. Of course, all meetings, many meetings are exciting, but you never know which ones, sometimes they'll have you fly into town for a meeting only to terminate you in person in a 3-minute meeting when they could have done it over the phone or Zoom. So I guess the, meetings can be exciting. They can create a little bit of anxiety, I think, here and there, but this is super easy, super informal, super, accessible, and we want to just be here doing the good work of the modern guitar practitioner. Yeah, that's right. So I'm here walking us through this morning ritual, which is actually my honest to goodness morning warm-up, and I'd like to say good morning guitar. And once this live stream is finished at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, this will go live right here on my channel at Jason Carey Guitar under the live tab, so you can actually go view the rest. If you see something in this video along the way and you feel like you wanted to follow up with it, you can go ahead and do that in the video on demand session underneath the live tab on my channel here. So, and we do keep the live chat intact. So, remember that if you wanted to be immortalized through live chat, let's keep it clean and related to the morning ritual for guitar growth. If you wouldn't mind, if you would be so kind. But if you're just tuning in and you're just here with us, please say welcome, good morning to our moderator and host, Kevin Haas, the Blue Wrench, Mr. Blue Wrench himself. Hey, Jill's in the house. Good morning, Jill. Good morning. Stalefish is in the house. Standard Fan is here. Not sure if he's still here or not, but good morning, people. Yeah. Crypto by Photo. I love it when you recommend new things. I love that. I just love hearing a song that's stuck in your head. Crypto. I'm going to go listen to it. We'll go listen to it. U.S. Blues. Yeah, right on. Yeah, right on. What a great and timely track. Let it snow. Spoken like a true Vermonster. Right on, righto. Kevin knows best. Kevin grows avocados. I'm here, Stan, for Stanley. I'm Stan for Stanley. Oh, you are here. Okay, good, Stan. All right. Yes, it is a mirror image. So let's go ahead and continue on. So we're starting with what you did. If you're just tuning in, we just went through this really cool 2-finger permutation. They're contiguous fingers. Now we're working on the non-contiguous finger grouping, and you can join us. This is a wonderful opportunity to say good morning to the guitar. I turn things around. It's a little informal here, but I think we can see this better. And plus, I can feel myself sustaining back injury. So I want to be sure to just stretch it out. Get on the other lap once in a while. 2 and 4, here we go. So 1 E and a 2, you know what to do. And you can see there's no smoke and mirrors here. It's all just good, wholesome, hard work, calculated work. You know, it's not necessary. I mean, the quantity does have something to do with it. And the repetition, yes, it does have something to do with it. But the quality of the picking, the quality of the, am I playing directly with the metronome? Am I stretching and pulling against the metronomic time? Yeah, I could be. You know, it's all fair game. It's all fair game. So I'm looking over here at a copy of Ted Green's Chord Chemistry, and we talk about a little bit about in the last video from this weekend was part 11, and we talked about 1 E into 2. You know what to do. Yeah, fingers 1 and 3 on 9 and 12. We talked about moving chords up and down a fourth. So if we move it up a fourth, we can move it. Anyway, moving chords a fourth is important. And what we're going to do today, we're going to take some of those Ted Green shapes, at least the triadic shapes, and start moving around, you know, the triadic process. And we're going to take what we did yesterday. We'll review for a moment what we did yesterday, and we'll pick up our sticks from there, and our Lincoln logs, and we'll move on to the next chapter, which we like to call Tuesday, or two-day, right? So we'll start with the last probably 15 minutes. We'll leave a good sizable chunk of time so we can really dig deep. So fingers 1 and 4 on 7 and 12. This is a little stretchy. 2, you know what to do. Good morning, Turkish March. Mirror image. It is the mirror image. I did I guess explain that before. Good morning, Caillou. Is that what that is? Caillou. So we've got guitar practitioners checking in from all over the planet. This morning we're talking about a song that's currently stuck in your head. And I've had Wingers 17 stuck in my head for a few days now. And I think what we're going to do at the end of this morning ritual is just do something to try to get another melody in there for this morning, right? All right. Fingers 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're shifting gears to the 3-finger patterns. We have these 3 and then these 3 and these 3. So we have 4 of these patterns. Let's go ahead and do those. We'll start with 2 and 3 and 4 on 10, 11, and 12. And 1 and a 2. You know what to do. Yes, you do. I'm just mixing it up a little bit, putting those finger rolls in here, you know, just to kind of get the 4th finger, wake that 4th finger up a little bit. Wake up. It's morning once again. Time to get out of bed and let's get going. That's right. Time to get moving. That's a song that's been stuck in my head for decades, you know, since it came out on Tom Petty's Wildflowers album. Time to get going, right? Time to get moving or whatever it is. What lies ahead, I have no way of knowing. Under my feet now, baby, grass is growing. It's time to move on. It's time to get going. Just a great, simple, honest album. Wildflowers. Great recorded guitar tones and vocal tones, drum tones. Everything sounds so great and big and tight on that album. Just a really great recording. One of my personal favorites, yeah. All right, so we've got Mr. Doyle. Hello, my friend. Uh-oh, question for me. Let's go ahead and see what that question is. Dare I ask? So fingers 1 and 2 and 3 on 10, 11, and 12. Hopefully it's can you play me a song? I'll play you a song. And I was wondering if you could play over near the window and let me help you out. You know that song? So we have this 1, 2, 3, and then we're just kind of doing this 1, 2, 3, and then roll back down to the next string. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And you can see how I'm just kind of rolling from one string to the next. So I'm on fingertip and then roll and then roll. Yeah, it's a great technique to know, that finger roll. Plus, you know, I love talking about food. I'm somewhat of a foodie myself. All right, what is this question? Do you know any Hank Williams? Oh yeah. Well, do you like I mean, I love the yodeling ones, you know what I mean? Hey, good lookings. Are you talking like that? All Apologies by Nirvana. So it's something like that. It's a little fast because I'm keeping up with my metronome at 60 beats per minute. So something like what else could something like, it's in a little bit of a different tuning, I think, but thank you so much for that. That was great energy. Man, I love the old Nirvana, you know, just love the Nirvana. And here's a little bit of that Hank Williams stuff too while we're at it, while we're just kind of taking a detour. So it's, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet lady, don't you think maybe we can find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill. They're sold pop and the dancing's free, so if you wanna have fun, come along with me. He said, hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we can find us a brand new recipe? Yeah, something like that, right? It's the old Hank Williams. Just great music. So much great music everywhere you turn. Like everywhere we go, there's greatness. And some mediocrity, you know, there's a fair amount of mediocrity out there, I guess. You know, cheers to mediocrity. Yeah, I make my living there. All right, so here's, let's jump back into it. Where were we at? Oh, fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Mark's in the house. Good morning, Mark. Happy picking, everybody. I wish you were here. Yeah, me too. is. I forget a little bit with that. So anyway, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. 1 and 2. You know what to do, yeah. Johnny Marr. Oh wow, jeez. There you go. Oh yeah. Wow, blind. Wow, I haven't heard that in a long time. Yeah, Wayne, right on. Stan. Can you do a Cherub Rock by Smashing Pumpkins? Man, I love Smashing Pumpkins. Thanks for being here, KVAA. Good morning, Kava. Time to get serious here. I'm going to add a little palm muting to the exercise so that I can get, you know, that nice warm tone that everybody's been talking about. Are you guys watching Joe Bonamassa? Are you guys watching him tour that right now? He is just ripping it up across the United States. He's on a U.S. fall tour right now, and just a wonderful blues man, a wonderful blues guitar man. So if you haven't yet had a chance to check out Mr. Bonamassa's you know, guitar work, let's try 1 and 2, 1 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 3 and 4 on 9, 11, and 12. So we have that nice little finger pattern here. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. Yes, you do. Saw Robert Cray and Buddy Guy. Wow. Now you're talking. Oh, that's right. Today is Veterans Day, and wow, we're going to do a moment of silence here in just a moment. Good catch, Wayne. Good catch, Wayne. And I knew this, and then of course this should have been the way I opened. It should have been the way I opened the stream this morning. What an idiot, you know. But sometimes, you know, you just gotta you gotta be okay with who you are. Otherwise, you know, I'd never get out of bed in the morning. You know what I mean? If I concerned myself with what everybody else thought, there's no way I'd get out of bed in the morning. You know, way too much going on. But Wayne, we definitely appreciate you saying and sharing that with us. We are going to take a moment of silence and be thankful and celebrate like we should. Veterans everywhere. So I've been over to these like veterans installations, and then you know, you go to these veterans installations like such as House in the Woods, right? And it's a really great program, and they've got, you know, military from Canada that comes down into the United States, and everyone works together to serve the Gold Star families. You know, everyone works together to serve the those who are still here, and sort of we're looking for togetherness and that camaraderie that we can't get any other way. So wow, that's a great thing to remind us about. Super important. So fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're doing the old we're finishing up at the end of this. We'll do we have this one, and the kickstand left to do. We'll do these 3 exercises. Then we're going to take a break and stretch, and we'll do a moment of silence, and we'll be thoughtful and talk about that in just another couple of moments. 1 E and a 2, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Here we go. Just simple stuff. It's the simple stuff that makes it. So I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, and this is my morning ritual for guitar growth. And I'm so glad that you're here, so glad that you found us. It's a sometimes small but mighty force right here on our little corner of the internet. And sometimes we'll have 1,000 views over the hour. Sometimes we'll have a 11 or 12,000 views over the hour and hundreds of live chats. So it's really exciting time. It certainly is an exciting time for me, you know, just to focus on warming up with the guitar over a year, right? So I'm here every weekday morning for the entire year of 2025. And it turns out that we are going to continue along. Yes, we haven't officially made an announcement, but we are going to continue along into 2026 with season number 2. Things are going to improve, look a little different. We're going to just really be ready to hit it. So if you do not yet have the morning ritual for guitar growth PDF binder, the official PDF binder of this live chat, if you do not yet have it, stick around. I'm going to paste a fat little copy link to where you can go download it for free. So you want to get up to speed. You're going to need it because season number 2 is going to pick up speed a little bit. We're going to need to woodshed. We're going to need to becoming the guitar practitioner of our dreams doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. It does take a little bit of doing, doesn't it? Yeah, it sure does. So 1 E and a 2 and a T E, Jelly Roll, Heart of Stone. Oh, there. And a 2. You know what to do. Stretch that 4th finger up to 9, 10, 11, and 13. And this is a great one to drop that thumb. Reminder, drop that thumb behind the fretboard or the neck of the guitar. And that way we keep a nice solid balance of where those fingers are. That keeps us in control. Stretching the old 4th finger out and equally distributing power where it needs to be, you know. It's nothing sort of difficult, but it does require time and patience and perseverance to get it all right, to get that feel dialed in over the years. Yeah, so when we take a break, we'll go ahead and stretch. We're going to do a moment of silence for our veterans and give some thanks and practice our own sort of Memorial Day observance, since we're not out this year in the Veterans Cemetery. The last year, if you were with me last year, I believe we were in the oldest. Was it this? Were we in? No, for Memorial Day. It was this year. So we were in the oldest Veterans Memorial Cemetery in the nation. And it's like a little miniature Arlington, and it's and we did a broadcast from there, so that was a really great moment, a wonderful moment. All right, we're almost finishing up with the finger 1, 2, 3, 4 stretches, and then we've got Jelly Roll, Heart of Stone. Love that, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Everyone have a great rest of their day. Hey, Wayne, thanks for being here, Wayne. You too. All right, let's go ahead and do, we're going to get back to that first finger stretch. We're going to kick that finger back. It's the old kickstand, sure is. So 8, 10, 11, and 12, and we're just kind of using the alternate pick sequence with our picking hand. There it is. Let's do that, move the camera with the foot trick. That's right. And I'm so glad that you're here with us this morning, and our small but mighty crew of guitar practitioners changing the world one note at a time. Yeah, if you had a dream to follow with the guitar, where would it lead you? What does your dream with the guitar look like for you? Baby Shark. Yeah, Barracuda. Oh, nice. Wow, I haven't heard that tune in a hot minute. It's been a little bit. That's the right, and then there's a little natural harmonic in there on I think fret 5. Let's give that a little bit of a go, and then we'll take a little breather after this. So hopefully we're all breathing correctly. Yeah, that pays dividends, doesn't it? All right, time for a stretch. Oh, it's a really cool, like, little blues arrangement too. We start with the E major, and then we move into G major. So it's got that, you know, if you wanted to play those scales side by each, it'd be sort of like that parallel, sort of that dichotomy, that Jungian dichotomy of, like, you know, happy, sad, that duality of man thing. It's a really beautiful, beautiful arrangement and harmonic arrangement. But while I start stretching, I wanted to stretch today with my hat off for Veterans Day. So I wanted to just give that a moment of silence, and we'll do that today. We'll count together 16 beats, 16 clicks here, right? 16 clicks here, 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 and then we'll breathe in, breathe out. But with each click, we're going to be, I'm going to be thankful. You do what you want because you're the one doing your life, not me. But I just want to be thankful for, and just observe that it's Veterans Day today, and be sure to, I guess, I'm not sure really. I'd like to thank a veteran maybe, and maybe if you see him in your ice cream line or whatever, buy him an ice cream. Pay for the quart of milk. I don't know. Just say thank you. Practice some gratitude somehow. But anyway, I said I was going to be quiet, so I'll be quiet. So. Measure 2, 2. And we're just observing Veterans Day just for a moment here. Yeah. All right. Excellent, excellent thing to do. And thank you for being patient with me and spending that time with me. Jaden, good morning. Yep. Tsunami, the gamer, Baby Shark, yeah. I know what you're talking about, Baby Shark. Yeah, I'm informed. I am in that loop. Anybody feeling warmed up out there yet? Let's go ahead and we only have a couple minutes left before we start really getting into our sort of like practice mentality. We're going to start shifting the gear here in a moment. So let's go ahead and just work the diagonal pattern, shall we? But we'll do our altered version of it. So instead of the 1, 2, 3, 4 on contiguous strings, we'll go ahead and just build it. Build it out so that we're actually in the 4 middle strings, but we'll use finger 1 on the low E and finger 4 on the high E string. High E, right, so we'll get that. And this gives us attention to detail, because now I've got to be attentive to skipping the string set. Skipping strings on the string set. Hard to define where 1 is when we do that kind of exercise. So I'm thinking 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, those are important things to do. They really get us sort of like, once we get to the point where we are warmed up and we can start doing things like that, it starts to feel pretty good. We can start opening up a little bit on the guitar. Now, we're going to work a little bit with where we came from yesterday. Now, I don't know if you were here. Some of us were here yesterday, and some of us weren't here yesterday. But I remember being here yesterday. We started with C major chords, right? The C, D, or C, E, and G. C, E, and G. And then, all right, I think we can't really see what's going on with the pick hand here. So C, E, and open G. Hey, cat. Done at the deuce from Buckethead. Oh yeah, there you go. Who is that? Who's talking Buckethead? Wow. Bildor, good morning. That's great. Man, I haven't heard anybody. You're the first one on this channel to talk about Buckethead, so that's super. You know, great to hear that. Super to hear that. So we're just talking about basically moving that C chord. You know, we went from C to E to open G to E to, and then we see E, G, and then we have an E, and then a G and a C. If you wanted to follow up on this, I'm not going to get too into the weeds on this. We did this yesterday. You can watch the last 15 minutes of yesterday's episode of the Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth. We have that C, E, G, and then we just basically rearranged it over the course of the guitar neck. There it is. And then what we're doing today is we're taking that idea. We have the C, the E, and the G, but we're going to take it and move it and relate it to an A chord, right? So we have the A chord. So we have the A, C sharp, E, and then we move to the C sharp, E, and the A, and then the E, A, C sharp, and then we have all these other really cool color tones that we can add onto that triad. We have the sus4. We can cover the 3 with the 4, so just by adding that 4th finger, super simple. And then we can add the 6 just by adding that 4th finger again on the B string. So what can we do when we play the next inversion of the A? By adding a finger, we have the sus4 again, which we did down here. Only this, instead of the 4 being in the middle, the sus4 movement being in the middle of the voicing, the sus4 is in the bottom of the voicing this time. That's correct. Pretty awesome. And then we have, what can we do? We can add that 6 again up here. We can reach that for that 7 if you want. Let's get that 16th note grid snap so we can just see what happens when we use 2 different shapes or inversions of the A major chord. 1 E and 2. Alfredo Pereira. Alfredo, good morning. I think I'll leave it at that. Thanks for being here and thanks for saying hi. So we have 1 E and a 2, a D E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2. And just gotta lock in that grid. So we can do quite a bit with not much, right? So we have that sus4, the A, and then the sus4, and then we're moving up to the next inversion of the A. Do the add 6, we have the sus4, we have the major 7 here that we could use. We have also the 9 on top. Could use the 9 and the sus4 at the same time, which we could do on the A triad, right? So we've got all these really cool options. Create these really cool lines. This inspires other really tasty guitar lines to just show up. Oh, there it is. plug this in. Could do is overdub that little line with like double it and then stereo pan it. You could play it in thirds and then you could really make these beautiful arrangements just on only armed with very simple approaches. So we're thinking in terms of the A chord, and then the inversion of the A chord, and then we have another one that we haven't really reached yet, but that's the one, right? Just give this guitar a little tune up. David Sharp, can you play Slipknot? The Devil. Oh, yeah, I love the old Slipknot. I used to have this bass guitar player, this bass guitar student friend, youngster, when I was a younger guitar teacher, and Slipknot and Meshuggah. It was all about that time. Like Korn was like Follow the Leader album was really dropped, and it dropped hard for some of us, and we just had a lot of fun just learning how to slap that bass guitar like it was just really heavy and a really great sound. It would basically like take your body apart at the molecular level, like with the tensions that they recorded, but somehow they were able to engineer like all of that muddiness and all of those low, typically really difficult to record timbres and textures, and make really great sounding recordings out of those very difficult to record and engineer tonal regions of the guitar, and basically, and the way they tune the drums and that kind of, just really amazing stuff. I'm a huge fan. Hi from Liverpool. Good morning, mate. Good morning, mate. David Sharp. Mr. Sharp, good morning. Yeah, I'm glad you're here with us, man. Mate. Yeah, you get the yank from across the pond. The Yanks over here. Wanka. Glad to hear you from Liverpool. I had some friends from Liverpool when I was at university in Leeds, and they taught me how to eat curry, and 30 beef burgers, and learn how to like those manky bastards. Man, had a ton of fun. Gotta tell you, man, learned a lot from you guys, from your Brits. Yeah, glad you're here. Just a very few chords, Carlin once said, like, country music, all it is 3 chords and the truth, And I think that can apply to a lot of whether you're playing heavier stuff or lighter stuff. I think it's all Losing My Religion by REM. Wow. All right. Trying to remember the riffs from how the song opens. That's me in the spotlight. That's me. To relook at that and re-listen to it. It's been, I think I've sort of bastardized the song in my own mind for years, probably. Great one too. I've just got a couple more minutes and then I'm going to jump because I like to keep things on time. I started a couple minutes late, and you can see that Kevin here is at the bottom of the chat right now, letting us know that it's 8:30 and it's time for us to go and get on with our guitar day. And I would like to thank Kevin for being here and being such a wonderfully great friend and live chat moderator. So thank you, Kevin. And I hope you guys all enjoy Happy Veterans Day today. And we'll see. I hope to see you all again tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. This is free for the entire year of 2025. And I look forward to seeing you all again. Clyde, good morning. Demonetized, Sarah Smile. Oh, yeah, right on. Bermuda Highway by Morning. Wow, My Morning Jacket. That's another one I haven't heard for a long time. Leanna Brooks. Hard to recall when you were playing at the same time. It's tough, isn't it? It's really tough. All right, thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here, and maybe we'll see you again. I would like to just kind of keep this ball rolling and continue to grow together as guitar practitioners. Thanks, Kevin, for being here. And Jerry Reed, now you're talking, eastbound and down. You are talking now, friend. I'm cold. All right, JJ. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And until let me get rid of this thing right here. Can I do this? Let me just get rid of that. All right, so that's better. I'm Jason, and I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. for my morning ritual for guitar growth. This is actually my honest to goodness guitar warm-up, and I use my trusty metronome at 60 beats per minute, my trusty tuning fork, and then a 440, and then I typically am here with my Martin DX2E, very cool day-to-day banger, and a song that makes you want to dance. Let me do one more of these. All right, quick question. A couple of seconds for any responses here. A song that always makes you want to dance. Any questions? What about Whip It? It's not going to come to me, but all right. Anyway, I'm out of here. You guys go. I don't want to keep your time, but thanks for being here, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning at Casey and the Sunshine Band. Oh, Get Down Tonight. Yeah, right on. Man, you're bringing these out, man. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Awesome. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Until we meet again, I wish you happy picking. Nope, missed the button there on that one. Missed it again.